this behind the scenes video, I'm shooting an interview with Adobe. We're shooting a testimonial, and we booked a co-working space in Atlanta for 2 hours because it looks very professional, and she's worked from home, so it looks better than just filming in her house. So we asked her to come here. We're gonna set up in about 30 minutes, and the interview is gonna take probably 20, but we planned for extra. And because Jeb is able to join us, we're also gonna shoot a podcast with her, which she does not know about yet. So that's kind of funny. But we're gonna find 2 spots and shoot the interview, shoot the podcast, pack up in 30 minutes, and I'm good to go. This is the space that we picked up. There's 1 chair, a table, a practical light, and you can kind of see outside too, so that's gonna be blurry but in motion. But this is a co-working space room that also has like standing desks. This second chair was over there, right there, but we moved it because we want the interviewer person to sit here, and then we just do the testimonial roughly from this angle. I'm probably doing 50 and 85 because I don't really want to see that back wall. I'm trying to create a little bit of distance from this wall with that chair, so I'm trying to pull everything out closer and then use the 50 usually as far back as I can in the room because I want that blurry background. So this chair is the interviewer's chair, can move. This is just the desk, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna move this like that, because all I want is that lamp to be out of focus. I need to bend it because it's a little broken to make it flat, yeah. And so basically now I have a scene that I like from this camera angle. The only thing I don't like is those outlets, and I'm not entirely sure how can I get them to move. Okay. I think this may work. I had to move this table to cover up those outlets. The chair is in the position. 1 camera is right there. I need to put another one either this way or this way, but I don't want to cross the line where the talent speaks to the interviewer. So I'm probably just going to put it right over there, 30 degrees kind of, and I'll probably slap an 85 on it, so I can, blur this even more. I have to use some gaff tape to get rid of this stuff because it's in the shot. I'm putting black pro mist on all the lenses. I'm shooting with the 51.2. It's probably gonna stop down way more than that. I may actually have to run NDs when I put lights in here because I'm already kind of reached my limit on my exposure, and I have to figure out lights. This is what the current setup looks like. I've got my 50 and the 85, and I'm shooting right into this. So I have the light in one corner. We see the desk, but it's blurred, and then this chair. Now we gotta set up lights. Can I turn the lights off? Yes, I can turn the lights off. Big win, so I can set up my own lights. I'm going to put a key light over here with a softbox, and I'm going to put a lantern in that corner just to do general ambience. Getting closer with the setup. I have 1 light, the light dome, lighting a subject, so if I take the seat, I'm properly lit. This camera with the 85 is doing bust shot. That one's doing more of a chair shot, so rule of thirds, and then they'll talk to this direction. This chair needs to move back over there, and the interview is going to be cut out, so we're only using the audio from the talent's mic. It's going to be a testimonial that builds into other videos. I also have another light just bouncing off the ceiling because it's white and it raises the exposure, but not enough to have a problem with that light. Now I just need to add a hair light to get a little bit of more of a golden color on the hair, and we're good to go. You need to drop this down, and then you pull it out on the bottom. It'll attach a box to it, and then we'll see how we can clip this so make it the least visible, I guess. If your hair is kind of on it, it's not a bad thing. Jeb, you don't have your mics with you, right? The kit?
No.
No problem. Action.
Okay.
Start with introductions and stuff like that.
Okay. Tell us who you are and what you do, where you work. Just kind of a name, here's what I do, here's where I work.
Okay. My name is Sarah Browner, and I work at Adobe in global sales enablement, which means that I am responsible for helping to bring training and find new trainings for 2,000 salespeople all around the world.
We are switching to a podcast situation. I'm going to double check my camera here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these two chairs next to each other, rearrange that desk. Probably have to get rid of that light stand. One thing that's still visible is that light stand, but
the trainer's up front.
I can't really.
Like you've got, I've got a screen up front, but I have a video over here. So when I'm ready to show the video, I go over here and I grab the video and I put it up and do like this, and then now you can see the video.
That's so cool.
No, you can't because it's already hitting the wall, so I have to do it differently. The podcast setup is ready. They're going to be talking to each other.
Almost. I graduated from high school in '84. I graduated from college in '92.
Have a wide shot and a close up on Sarah. We don't have a camera on Jeb, but I'm going to switch this lens to 135 and do that.
Awesome. That's back when it was.
And I can do the slate now, Jeb, just for you, okay?
Awesome. Mary, you want to get a picture? Yes. Gonna get a picture of get a slate over here. Yeah.
I have to jam it first.
Yeah.
So this is Sales Gravy Podcast with Sarah Browner from Adobe. This is take one and the only take we're gonna do.
No pressure.
Welcome back to another episode of the Sales Gravy Podcast. On this episode, I'm with Sarah Browner, who is a Senior Global Sales Enablement Manager with one of my very favorite companies, Adobe. And we're going to be talking about learning, in particular, why you should be focusing on your own learning and taking advantage of the courses and classes and content that your company often provides from you.
Thank you for joining me on this BTS video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This hair light died just after I cut the show, so it was close, but we made it. The podcast is going to be live on Sales Gravy's YouTube channel or everywhere Sales Gravy Podcast available, on Apple, Spotify.